Hello, and welcome back to the I Am Not Godzilla show. I have a few thoughts for you this morning that came across my mind at different times. Specifically, I went to go grab a cup. I was thirsty and I saw a cup resting on the top of my dresser, and it was about this full of liquid, and I drank it. At the time that I saw it, I thought it might be Sprite or 7-Up, or because I recently bought Sprite, and I turned out to be disappointed because it was water. Funny thing, because then I began to think deeply. Because if I was disappointed that it was water, what else was it that in everything else made me wish that it was it more? Of course, as a person of my particular experience with some things, I've realized that the chemicals that they compound within the Sprite, the Coke, the 7-Up, the Bark Spite, the root beer, the pop, everything of that nature is just reformatted version of water. Water is the basis of all things. We have to drink it, we have to shower in it, and basically it's clean until they compact and they compound these chemicals, caffeine, sugar, fake flavoring, sucrose, all of these things, carbohydrates, and pack it into it. The water that we have around us, make it less and less and less healthy, pack it full of these chemicals, and then sell it back to us for money. Even in knowing that, even in being aware of the pure unhealthy, uncivilized, the pure depth and bad things that I'm putting into my body and how it's making me fatter, more oily, more pimples, everything like that, I still drink it. I still like it a lot more. Of course, then I began to think about why we are so obsessed and so angry with time. If it's just the fact that time passes and time is always passing, what makes that a limitation and what makes it so hard to deal with? Why is time always our concern? We get too late for the meeting. We're gonna wait later to do our school assignment. We're going to do all these things later, or the mail came too early, or something came too early, and everything's just out of whack, out of touch. We went to the bar too late, we showed up too early and there was nobody there. All of these things, and I'm starting to realize that it's not necessarily time, but merely the difference between now and then. Time will pass us, and time is always passing us, and that's not the stressor, but the fragment of now, the emphasis, the embodiment of now, who we are. Now is now. Now is what your eyes are seeing through right at this moment. Now is just what you are. And then is when you make the plans into the future. Then is where you will end up. And all of the obstacles and time constraints and things that get in the way, all these things that block between now and then, or the distance that has to be covered between now and then, or the people that have to be met, the things that need to be pulled together, the money that has to be spent between now and then, therein lies the issue. The man-made buses, the distance, the waiting for one thing, missing it, having to take a later bus, then showing up then late because you planned then based on an earlier bus. Or deciding now that you will wait until then, having something in front of you, a school assignment, a piece of work, something that needs to be cleaned, and having it in front of you and saying, well, I could do this now, but instead I will wait. I will let that thing drift into a long awaiting then, much later into the day, and then maybe it's come then, and maybe some things has happened before then that you didn't expect. Somebody's come over and seen your messy room. Something has happened. The thing has come too late because you kept putting it off till then, and then now becomes the time that you were supposed to have it, and it's still gone. It's incomplete. It's discompleted. And then everything becomes a problem as soon as then hits, and you have missed out on so many fragments. All these things that you were supposed to do between now and then are lost due to procrastination and waiting and laziness, or things in the way, distance, public transit, the time that it takes to walk from here till there, which are two completely different items than now and then, but still affect it so much. So I began to think, what is a way that I can make now and then equally awesome. The only real way to do it, because you know you can't trust yourself. I don't trust myself. I don't trust anybody. At least when it comes to being able to transfer things from now till then. So I realized, make now and then crazy adventures. Do as much fun as you can possibly hang to, and whatever the consequences be then, allow that to be fun and amazing too. Leave the office, do something, go enjoy life. Spend all your money, and then when you're broke, then try to create something from what you have into a toy. Break that lamp, change it into an actual instrument like in my past video. All these things, marvel in life, smell the flowers, taste the drugs. Drink too much coffee and just ride through the morning. Be tired later that day because you drank too much coffee, and know what? Just sit back and sleep. Who cares? Why do we really have to be present then? Why not make then an abstract concept that no longer exists to us, and just live in the now, live in the here, live in the with and the when, and allow everything to construct around what we want now or desires, and just move with it, flow with it like the wind, man, like the wind. Anyway, that's my piece of personal theory for today. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of it, and hopefully I'll have something coming at you tomorrow. Might be something else, might be something else. Who knows? That'll be then, and I'm only worried about now.